What if I told you that the feeling of your legs growing weaker isn't a life sentence? That the hesitation you feel before climbing a set of stairs, or the extra push you need to get out of your favorite armchair, is not an irreversible part of aging? What if the ground beneath your feet feels a little less certain these days, almost like you're walking on an unseen slope, even when your mind is perfectly sharp? If any of this resonates, listen closely. This is not just a vague symptom of getting older. It's often a specific signal, and a signal means there's something you can do about it. There's a direct, no-nonsense path to helping your legs feel more solid, responsive, and trustworthy again. No grueling workouts, no complicated programs, just 3 fundamental nutrients that your body might be silently asking for. In this video, we're cutting through the noise to focus on 3 specific vitamins that can profoundly impact your leg strength, often with noticeable results in days, not months. This isn't about trendy supplements, it's about foundational building blocks that have helped countless people over 60, just like you, reclaim their stability and confidence without overhauling their daily lives. So, if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, this is for you. Stick with me, because I'm going to lay out not just what these 3 vitamins are, but the precise way to use them, the foods that help them work, and a critical detail that most people get wrong. Let's start this straightforward plan towards stronger legs and a more confident you. But first, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on practical advice like this. And take a second to tell me in the comments where you're joining from. It's truly wonderful to connect with our community from across the globe. Let's get right to it with our first vitamin. And honestly, this one is the bedrock for everything else. It's vitamin D3. If you're over 60, this single nutrient is a game changer for your legs in a way most people never realize. Think of vitamin D3 as the foreman on your body's construction site. It doesn't just supply the materials, it directs your body on how to use them to build strength. It's essential for ensuring your bones are solid, your muscles fire correctly, and the nerve signals from your brain arrive at their destination, your legs, without any interference. But here's the crucial fact that often goes unnoticed until the weakness sets in. As we age, especially past 60, our body's ability to produce its own vitamin D3 drops significantly. It's nobody's fault, it's a natural shift. Your skin becomes less efficient at making D3 from sunlight. You might be spending more time indoors. And even if you do get sun, your internal organs may not activate the vitamin as effectively. And so, quietly, your levels can start to fall. It's not a sudden crash, but a slow, creeping drain. You might first notice that your legs just feel unreliable. That standing up from a low sofa requires a strategy. You might feel a slight wobble when you turn too quickly, even if you feel perfectly clear-headed. Or maybe you get those sharp, sudden leg cramps at night, right in your calves, that wake you from a deep sleep. Perhaps you've even had a few close calls, a stumble on a perfectly flat sidewalk that you quickly dismissed, but it's stuck in your mind. These are not just random events. They are often your body's direct request for more vitamin D3. In fact, a landmark study from Harvard University revealed something stunning. Older adults with insufficient D3 levels were nearly 40% more likely to suffer falls that required medical attention. That's not a small number. It's a massive difference that shows just how protective this vitamin is. But here's the best part: getting your levels back up works, and it works fast. A remarkable study in the UK gave seniors a simple daily dose of vitamin D3, just 800 IUs, a very modest amount. In only 5 days, they measured an almost 20% increase in leg strength. Think about that. In less time than it takes for a carton of milk to go bad. A real, measurable improvement. That's not just data, that's independence. So how does it do it? When you have enough vitamin D3, it acts like a traffic cop for calcium, telling your body to deposit it into your bones, making them dense and strong enough to anchor your muscles. It also fine-tunes muscle contractions, making your movements smoother and more deliberate. And critically, it helps reduce low-grade inflammation, which is often the cause of that heavy, dragging sensation in the legs. But maybe the most important job it does is supporting your neuromuscular system. That is, the high-speed connection between your brain and your muscles. That's the system that instantly corrects your balance if you step on an uneven patch of grass, that keeps you upright if you trip, and that gives you the confidence to walk without constantly looking down. Now, let's talk specifics. How do you take it correctly so your body can actually use it? For most adults over 60, a daily intake of 800 to 2,000 IUs of D3 is the sweet spot, safe and highly effective. But the dosage is only half the story. The how is just as important. Vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, which means it needs fat to be absorbed. Taking it on an empty stomach is like trying to send a letter without a stamp. It won't get where it needs to go. So, always take it with a meal containing some healthy fat. A breakfast with eggs, a bit of avocado, or some full-fat Greek yogurt is perfect. Even just a splash of olive oil on your lunchtime salad will do the trick. And one more practical tippy, take your D3 in the morning or at midday, because it plays a role in your body's natural energy cycles. Some find that taking it late at night can subtly disrupt their sleep. So, to put it plainly, if you feel that your legs are not the reliable pillars they once were, if stairs seem to have gotten taller overnight, if you're just looking for a simple, powerful way to feel more grounded and secure, vitamin D3 is the most logical place to begin. It's not magic, but for so many, the results feel close to it. Because when you give your body the exact tool it's been missing, the difference can be immediate and profound. Best of all, it's simple, inexpensive, and incredibly safe for most people. No demanding routines, just a few seconds a day to give your legs back their strength. If this is making sense to you, let me know with a quick comment. Just say hello and where you're from. And be sure to subscribe if you want more direct, no fluff health advice for seniors and the people who care for them. I'm so happy you're taking this time for yourself. Let's move on to our second vitamin. This one is almost always ignored when it comes to leg strength, yet it is absolutely critical for stability, coordination, and that feeling of being in control of your movements. This one might be a surprise because it's not about muscle power at all. I'm talking about vitamin B12. Think of vitamin B12 as your body's internal communication network, the air traffic controller for your nervous system. It doesn't build bigger muscles, but it does something arguably more important. It ensures that the messages from your brain, the control tower, reach your leg muscles instantly and accurately. It maintains the health of the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerves, like the insulation on an electrical wire. Without enough B12, that insulation starts to fray, the signals get scrambled. And that's when you start to feel very strange sensations. You might get that pins and needles feeling in your feet or toes for no reason. Or you might feel like your legs are asleep or disconnected from your body. Some people describe it as if their brain knows what to do, but their legs are slow to get the memo. Walking a straight line might suddenly feel like a balance beam exercise. You might find yourself veering slightly or feeling unsteady on a perfectly flat floor. And the most frustrating part, you could be eating healthy, trying to stay active, but your legs just feel exhausted and uncooperative after a very short walk. These are all classic signs that the communication line between your brain and your legs has static on it. And for many people over 60, a simple vitamin B12 deficiency is the culprit. You might be thinking, but I eat a good diet. How could I be deficient? The reason is a natural change in our digestion as we age. After 60, our stomachs produce less acid. That acid is crucial for separating B12 from the protein in foods like meat, eggs, and dairy. So, even if the B12 is in your food, your body may not be able to unlock and absorb it. Furthermore, if you take common medications like acid reducers for heartburn, or metformin for blood sugar, the problem can be even worse. These drugs, while necessary, can further hinder your body's ability to get B12 from your diet. So what happens when B12 is low? The nervous system, especially those very long nerves running down to your feet, begins to struggle. The signals become weak or intermittent. That's what creates that feeling of being off balance, unsteady, and disconnected from your own limbs. But here is the fantastic news. This is one of the easiest deficiencies to fix. And when you do, the change can be dramatic. Multiple studies have shown that when older adults supplement with B12, they see significant improvements in balance, walking steadiness, and coordination, sometimes in just a matter of weeks. That tingling, that numbness, that disconnected feeling, all of it starts to fade as the nervous system repairs itself. And what's really great is that vitamin B12 is water soluble. Your body uses what it needs and simply gets rid of any excess. It's gentle and very safe. Experts generally recommend a daily dose between 500 and 1000 micrograms. But here is a critical detail you must get the right form. Look for methylcobalamin. This is the active form of B12 that your body can use immediately without having to convert it first. It often comes in forms that are perfect for seniors, like sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue, or even a simple spray. These forms bypass the stomach and deliver the B12 directly into your bloodstream, the ideal solution if stomach acid is low. As for when to take it, midday with lunch is often perfect. It can provide a nice, gentle lift in energy for the afternoon and supports your nervous system when you're up and about. Just try not to take it at the same time as coffee or tea, as some compounds in them can interfere with absorption. So, if you've been feeling unsteady, or your legs just don't feel like they're yours anymore, please don't just write it off as old age. It could be something much more straightforward, something that a tiny daily habit can help restore. Because when your brain and body are in sync, when the signals are clear and strong, you move with a different kind of confidence. Your steps become sure-footed, and that constant low-level worry about falling starts to disappear. Vitamin B12 restores the precision in your movements. It makes your legs feel like a responsive, reliable part of you again. Don't underestimate this small but mighty vitamin. Its role in your independence is immeasurable. Before we cover our final, crucial vitamin, I'd be so grateful if you could tell me where you're tuning in from. Just type it in the comments. And if you haven't yet, a quick tap on the subscribe button ensures you won't miss out on future tips. We're building a supportive community here, and I'd be honored to have you join us. And now for our third and final vitamin. This one is almost never talked about, but it's the secret to your legs' energy and stamina. It's vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. And if you've never given it much thought, this might be the missing piece of the puzzle for you. Here's a simple way to think about it. If D3 is the foundation for your bones and B12 is the wiring for your nerves, then vitamin B1 is the battery pack that powers your muscles. It's the direct source of energy that allows your legs to move. Without enough of this vital nutrient, even strong, healthy muscles will feel weak and sluggish. Your legs might feel unusually heavy, as if you're trying to walk through water, or they might feel profoundly tired after minimal effort. Many seniors say it feels like their legs are just dragging, or that it takes forever for them to recover after simply walking to the mailbox or climbing one flight of stairs. If that sounds achingly familiar, you are not imagining it, and it is not your fault. Here's the deal with B1. Your body doesn't keep a large reserve of it. And as we get older, we are much more prone to losing it. Common medications, particularly diuretics, water pills used for blood pressure, actively wash B1 out of your system. Even a daily glass of wine can slowly deplete your levels. And the highly processed, convenient foods that are so common today are often stripped of their natural B1. To top it all off, just like with B12, our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing it from the food we do eat. So, what exactly does B1 do? Thiamine's primary job is to convert the carbohydrates you eat into usable energy, known as ATP. It literally unlocks the fuel from your food and hands it directly to your muscle cells. And since your leg muscles are some of the biggest and hardest working in your entire body, they are incredibly dependent on a constant supply of B1 to function without fatigue. Now, here is the most encouraging part. Replenishing B1 works incredibly fast, often within days. In several studies, older adults who began taking a daily thiamine supplement reported feeling a real difference in just a week. They felt lighter on their feet. They had less aching after walking. They could climb stairs without feeling winded halfway up. And they noticed they had more stamina in their legs, especially later in the day when they would normally feel completely worn out. Most seniors find that a simple daily dose of 50 to 100 mg of B1 is very effective. It's best taken in the morning with your breakfast, especially a meal with some whole grains or protein, like oatmeal, whole wheat toast with an egg, or a smoothie. And like B12, try to avoid taking it with black tea or alcohol, which can hinder its absorption. The special thing about thiamine is that it doesn't just provide energy, it aids in recovery. So if your legs consistently feel tired, sore, or achy after simple activities like standing to do dishes or bending over to garden, B1 can restore the endurance behind your movements. Think of it as the ultimate fuel for your freedom. It works quietly in the background to make every single step feel easier, stronger, and more supported. So if you've noticed your legs feel heavy, slow, or just plain tired, please consider giving vitamin B1 a try. It's one of those fundamental, often missed solutions that can bring you remarkable relief and help you walk with comfort and confidence once more. And there you have it, 3 simple, powerful vitamins that can help you start reclaiming the strength in your legs. Not in months, not even in weeks, but potentially in a matter of days. Vitamin D3 to rebuild your foundation of bone and balance. Vitamin B12 to reconnect your brain to your body for sharp coordination. And vitamin B1 to power up your muscles so you can move with energy and ease. These are not miracle cures. They are simply essential nutrients your body has always needed. And sometimes with age, we just need to give our bodies a little direct help to restore them. But please remember this, it is never too late to feel stronger. It is never too late to walk with more confidence. And it is never too late to care for yourself with kindness, intelligence, and one simple step at a time. If this video gave you a single piece of useful information today, I truly hope you'll subscribe to the channel so we can stay connected. And please do let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing this wonderful community span the globe. Whether you're caring for someone you love or simply determined to stay strong and independent through all the years to come, know that you are not on this journey alone and you are doing a wonderful job. Be good to yourself. Be kind to your body. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.